What is going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to the number one arm wrestling variety show in the world. Welcome to Maximum Bang Monday. I'm your host, the Aussie arm wrestler, Jake Ward, and I'm joined by the Mastodon. There's Thick, and then there's Jon Thompson Thick. Oh, total John stop action. How you feeling, buddy?
You know, if I was going to describe my feelings right now, I would say girthalicious. Jake Ward, girthalicious. I'll tell you what, I'm halfway through the Netflix documentary on Vince McMahon, and let me tell you, if there's ever a guy who knows about girth and girthaliciousness, it's definitely Vince McMahon. I can tell you that much right now.
He did it. Wow, no, you are looking good. You are looking strong, and you're whooping everybody's ass.
Oh,
whooping everybody's ass.
The matches, they just keep on coming down.
Have you got any for the rest of this year?
So the rest of this year is going to be made up of going to Texas State in November.
Yeah, cool post for that.
And Washington State in December.
You're going to Washington State.
Well, Washington State now is the same date as King of the Table. Right? I know. And I think Florida's having a big thing. Because I was going to go to the Florida thing, but I told Chance that there was only two dates that I always had to keep for sure, and that's Arizona and Washington State. So
yeah.
That's where I will be. But no super matches confirmed. I do have super matches booked next year, but I am not yet available to discuss those.
The only reason I laugh, John, because I have events booked for next year as well.
Yeah.
And for all of those people that constantly shit on us, we are... If you're overseas, September 30th. If you're here in Australia, it's the 1st of October. We're not even in the Christmas period yet, and already our 2025 dates are being booked up. But what would we know, John? What would we know?
I don't know. I don't even know when my Christmas period is coming. So, how do you prepare for such a thing? How do you prepare for your Christmas period?
Oh, mate, our Christmas period goes for 365 days a year.
I mean, that's a lot of sanitary napkins.
You got to, mate. Tinsel comes out of my vajayjay. That's it.
Do you have vending available in the men's and women's bathrooms in your home?
Yes, it is, and it's wrapping paper, not sanitary pads.
Make your own diaper, wrap your own ass. All right. I like it.
Well, we are here for the good, the bad, and the ugly of King of the Table 12. Obviously, there's been an outrage of some things, and I'm going to run you through some things that actually were good about King of the Table 12. I'm going to run you through some things that were bad at King of the Table 12, and I'm going to run you through some things that were ugly. And John is going to chime in as well. But first, we've got to say hello to the Mega Maniacs in the chat who have joined us. And of course, we've got a couple of good catching games coming up. Mr. Green can't vote. I said, who's going to vote for match of the night? He says he needs to see the match. So, spoiler alert. Carolyn Looms. Been around. They got 25 minutes before the show starts. Drops the super chat and leaves.
Legend.
She might be still here. I've got to check out the chat. Says, Jake, you and Big Loz were simply superlative.
Superlative.
So what?
Superlative.
Superlative. I've never heard of that word.
Not surprising. Why don't you look it up on Google real quick?
I am. Of the highest quality or degree.
There you go.
Thank you very much, Carolyn. I think your guys' commentary knocks the socks off anything like in arm wrestling. Just incredible. Loz questions, your knowledge, and the max fun made it possible by you both. Hashtag another level. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, Carolyn, because we both weren't trying to go out of our depth. So, like, when it comes to, I mean, John, you know better than anyone with commentary. That's why you're my guy. Commentary or running podcasts, a lot of people try too hard to show how good they are or how much knowledge they have, where Loz and I knew our roles on the night.
Mm-hmm.
And even when Loz was setting me up with some technical questions, I wasn't trying to be too technical, because I'm not as technical as if when I'm going with Coach Ray, because being really technical comes natural to him. Mm-hmm. We'll have fun shooting the shit, and we're just talking to the audience who might have tuned in for the first time. And Loz and I get along, so that helps, like Ray and I. When things started going bad at King of the Table, I thought Ray's commentary got better because he just didn't give a shit, and it just let him loose a bit. When I say don't give a shit, he was just frustrated, and he was just like, doesn't matter. Cracked a couple of jokes and was a bit more relaxed. So, and then I thought Ray and I were off to the races. It felt like the world's strongest man. Thank you very much. I hope no one has to pick sides in the future. East versus West, knuckles up. Plus Brian Shaw and strongman entrance into the sport. Don't worry, Carolyn. Things will blow up soon. Don't worry about that. Bang! Only John and I have been talking about it for years. Don't worry about it. Arm wrestling will be fine. If people like yourself stay supportive of the sport, we have no choice but to band together. The Drew 24 is in the chat. We love that guy. E-Town was like, Devon was robbed the Match of the Night award. I don't know about that. He put on a funny performance, though. We stopped commentating during the Devon match.
Yeah, just to let people listen to him.
Yep. We said we'll see you at the end of round 2.
Yeah.
And just let him go. He was great. He was great. My man, Major Mason, is in there. Ready Bang from the Arminian one.
Arminian.
I'm a big fan of this fella here, Lucha Pagliacci. Big fan of Lucha.
Good dude.
I like him. We got the old Mastodon. You're getting fucking huge, man. You are getting...
Stop.
Ready Bang from Erebus. My man, Nathan Macklemore and his lovely wife, Morrigan. What up? Love those guys. I love all the maniacs in the chat. Jeremiah is in there. He's ready to play a bit of caption game later. So what's with all the vague posts from Engen getting a new partner for the promotion? Oh, school lady boy. I won't say much yet. Side note, nothing to do with it. Quick announcement. Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Devon Larratt will be on the show. So come and join us.
Nice.
Come and join us. Phil Woody will be there. We love Phil Woody.
Yeah.
My manager. I always call him my manager. Drunk Eddie. What up, Drunk Eddie? What else have we got? Borman and Underwood is it what everyone wants to see, and you'll see that in January. Not sure if everyone wants to see it, but
where is that? Knuckles Up?
Knuckles Up.
Nice.
January 25th.
So does that mean they're bringing a contingent of Australians over? Or we don't know yet?
Yeah. I think Mario's taking on Ron Barth.
Oh, nice.
Ryan's pulling Tom Holland.
Oh, yeah, I did know that.
And this ugly mug.
All right.
He's having a match.
You're having a match?
No, I wouldn't drop it on you like that, John.
Dude, I would have been so dismayed if you would not have brought me into the fold and you're just like, no
just pulling the knuckles up.
Oh, man. I got to be there in your corner. I got to be there for the next 8 weeks to get you in shape and get you ready. Oh, my God.
It is tempting. It is tempting because I've got some time off at home now. So I'm going to, my right arm's cooked. I just can't get it right since the strain. So I'm going to go hard on the left. And I'm very tempted, John. Very tempted to get a left arm match going.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
All right, let's say hi to everyone and talk about the event. Swish, 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 swish. He's in there. I always like this one. Gets me all the time. Hall of Bloats. From Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Woo!
Hall of Bloats.
I'm down. I'm in a only mid bloat phase right now. I'm no longer Master Bloat. I'm now like Mrs. Bloat.
Mrs. Bloat.
Roy,
you changed your name.
I did. The Mastodon is taking over slowly.
No, Roy's changed his name.
Oh, Roy.
It's usually Roy Lavari.
Oh.
He's hiding from someone.
Kevin,
how are you?
Kevin.
I know people are just hating Roy, and you know, but if you paid for it, you got an entitled to an opinion, and that's just the way arm wrestling is at the moment. James can't stay and watch the Mastodon looking like a stud.
Oh, I got this nice gym lighting going on right now. Yeah.
Ryan Bussier, one of my favorite people. I love Ryan.
Good dude.
He loves it. Carolyn is a superstar. Big Loz seemed genuinely interested. He did. He loved it. He wanted to be there. He wanted to learn. He was awesome.
Loz is one of my favorites.
Gotta love the weekly live. Yeah, Justin, stick around this channel, mate. You'll have some fun. The boys are back in action on a Max Bang Monday. What's up, yo? We're getting some hate from Texas.
Oh, Texas. I wonder if that person's going to be at Texas State in Lubbock, Texas, a TAL joint. And guess who's going to be there to take all your Texas money, all that oil you got there? I'm going to fill my pockets. And I'm going to go jingle jangling all the way back up north like the Yankee that I am.
There you go. Anthony Crown. Is Engen going to ban King of the Table? Alex McDonald been a member for 2 years because he's a ledge. Can you talk about the behind-the-scenes problems Don hinted at? I'll be able to drop some. Alrighty. Have we said hi to everyone? Andy Beckett is in the chat.
Hi, everyone.
Joe Nelson is hanging about. Love me some Joe Nelson. A Stark, my man. A Stark. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. What is going on? So, we've got it while John is working out. John, we're at a different venue. We were at the Dibba Theatre. It was about a 3-hour bus ride from the event because they wanted to team up with the Dibba Classic. So there was this tournament. They had world champions at this tournament. Ray pulled as well. My man Jeff Nicholson, who lives in Dubai, he pulled as well. And then they had a super match on the pre-show.
Yep.
First behind-the-scene problem, little tidbit for you. Tournaments never run on time.
Sure don't.
Ever in the history of life.
Impossible.
Never run on time. Andy Beckett, another superstar, been a member for 17 months. Cute. Robert Kelly in the chat. So they wanted to team up. So the location was changed. We were there. And so when you saw the pre-show and we were getting through the last of the arm wrestling, but we had to go live at a time. So on the way there, one of the audio engineers crashed his car. So we lost him for the night, which doesn't help. So there's a couple of little behind the scenes problems that was going on. And then probably the third one, not that I'm making excuses or anything like this, but, you know, I have a soft spot for King of the Table. I've been to like 7 of them, I think. So, what was the third bit? Oh, when you can't set up all your equipment because the tournament's going on, you can't get the kinks out the way.
The problem.
But the 2 guys that pulled in the prelim, almost, I probably would have given a match of the night.
That was probably the best match of the night. Like, really, from a arm wrestling enthusiast perspective. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
thought it was great. Ucha Kalashvili is his name. took on Slava. I'm trying to think of Slava's name. I can't remember his full name because their names are just massive. But I thought the prelim match was awesome. And I do like prelim matches to warm it up. Usually at King of the Table, you guys know I give it the old 1 hour spiel. But it's like, what else can I say? What else can I say about the event when there's been 40 interviews, a billion videos, right, press conference. So I liked having a bit of a chat, prelim match, having a bit of a chat, get Devon out here, and then we rock and roll. It's funny, guys. I'm just looking at Roy saying what happened to Matt Rhodes. I read in some comments that the venue change had to do with him not being part of King of the Table anymore. Don't believe the YouTube comments. Don't believe the Reddit comments. Don't believe the Facebook comments. Maybe just message Matt Rhodes. He's got a channel.
Social media.
Yeah. Great job at the event, Aussie. Thank you. When it came to the matches, look, there's one thing of you just got to put out there. I'm not lying, even though I've been called a liar. I'm not lying, but Engen does the bookings for both shows. Rob even brought it up at the press conference, said when Engen rang him to replace John, he felt honoured. Felt like a pinch hitter for the greatest of all time. So when people say, I can't watch King of the Table because of the matchmaking, well, even sometimes Engen gets it wrong with the matchmaking.
Or... Do I even dare?
Or we make arm wrestling great again. I don't know.
Yeah, make it great. Make it great again.
Yeah. Or
you fill in the blank.
Yeah. So Engen's forehead, ducko, says Core Sports doing 13 East versus West and 12 King of the Table. So there's so many kicks that are unacceptable. I think you meant to say unacceptable at this stage. Yeah, a lot of people were unsatisfied with it.
There was no real epic battles, right? Like 3-0s. Every match was like a 3-0, was it not?
Yeah, or a 3-1.
Yeah.
So what? The one thing I will jump in, maybe I might jump ahead to one match, and I'll explain why. Well, I've got everyone here. This one. All righty. No, not that one. This one here. Devon Larratt versus Korean Hulk.
Yeah.
Was probably deemed one of the most hated matches on the card. What I would ask everybody is to be patient with Devon Larratt. Be patient with him. Like everyone says, I hate gimmick matches on the pay-per-view. It's only one match. There were 7 matches on there and a free prelim. 8 matches. So it's an 1/8 of the matches. Korean Hulk has got about 1 million followers across all of his platforms. So he's bringing more eyes to the sport. You know what I mean? That, Devon's using his capabilities of getting people back into the sport or reaching out. He brought a female kickboxer to the event, and she has like 400 grand on Instagram alone. She's like 6'5", John. She was massive. Really nice lady, but she was massive, So they can't pull Devon because Devon will smash him.
Right.
So you pull Devon. Devon's young and finding his feet. So people call him a carbon copy of Devon. First of all, came from Devon's balls. So there's going to be similarities.
Hey, think about, Jake, but you're really thinking about all the failed second-generation professional wrestlers that are out there. I mean, The Rock, how terrible. Randy Orton, the worst.
Randy Savage?
Never heard of him.
Yeah, Randy Savage. So for me, it's just okay. If you don't like Orton on the card, if you don't like him, that's fine. Make that the time to go give your wife a kiss and a cuddle and go, hey, baby, I know the arm wrestling's on, but I just missed you so much. Go make some food for the rest of the event. Go take a piss or a thing. I just ask, be patient. He's young. He's finding his feet. He's doing a damn good job when you give him a microphone. Like, he's talking. He's not just yes, sir, no, sir. He's climbing. Yeah. I can't remember who asked the question, are you going to pull WAF? Okay. Like, come on. At the press conference, it's like, pull your heads in, guys. When you're getting thousands of dollars to pull a super match, or go pay your own way and pull it WAF. Like,
yeah, great.
I can't remember who it was. Whoever asked that was a dumb question. Well, it's not a dumb question, but I was like, come on.
Well, it's a question asked by somebody who doesn't really understand arm wrestling at what level is what, and what type of person goes after what type of glory, right?
Yeah. And I saw Korean Hulk whoop people's ass at the after pull.
Oh, I bet in the slow pull, he's a nightmare.
Yep.
If you don't have
killed Coach Ray in an after pull, like slow pulling.
Yeah, I believe it.
So for me, it's like, guys, I understand. Like, I get it. I definitely get it. You don't like everyone. Gordon might annoy you, but be patient with the guy. He's young. He's finding his feet. He grew up with his dad, so he's going to have similarities of his dad, you know. So then Devon's going to promote the shit out of his own son, which is great. I mean, let him bring other influences in. If we can suddenly have, like if another 500 Koreans got interested in arm wrestling because of all the other matches, they see their Korean Hulk star have a match, and then they're like, geez, I like this Jablonski, or I like this Morozov, and they keep into arm wrestling. It's working. Right. We'll get into it. Shattered, I missed you, buddy, in Dubai. My man Mark said only bought the pay-per-view. Thank you very much. Make sure you tell Core Sports that. Space Daddy, Maximum Bang. Thank you, EFT. Joe Nelson, couldn't agree with you more. Uncle John looking good. Evening, Jake. How you going, Keithy? Unless it's me, that always seems to be something wrong with the stream going back for quite a while now. It seems to be an ongoing thing. It's not ideal.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do we know that the trouble caused at King of the Table was not the same type of trouble that was caused at Knuckles Up?
Maybe.
We rule that out yet?
I will. I'll rule it out. He's a teenager cast under a big shadow. He's doing fine. I think he is.
Yeah.
I think he's doing well.
Great.
We're just going there. What else have we got? I'm cool with Orton having matches. You've got to no, it's not like that. It's how quick can Landon Anderson build his brand. He's not avoiding these people, but you've got to understand when you have a high, Jake Paul's not fighting unknown good boxers. No, he's fighting Mike Tyson. He's fighting MMA fighters with huge brands. Picture Orton Larratt as the Jake Paul of arm wrestling, which is a good thing. Jake Paul is the most watched boxer on the planet today. Think of it as a good thing. I know Jar would. What else have we got quickly? Okay. Good one, right?
Doing the best of the best of us.
So we get into the opening match, John, and we had Nedel and Hristov on the left, and we had Kasper the Friendly Ghost Shinitsa on the right from Poland. Kasper, too big, too strong. Just a risk that you take when putting two people like in the inner circles of the arm wrestling world. Some people know who they are, but Yeah, it was just an easy match. An easy match. When they started in the hook, it looked great, but Casper had moves.
Yeah. He was overwhelmed on multiple fronts.
Yeah, so it's a bit like, oh, well, what can you do? Okay. Yeah, that's the first match out of the way. I'm just trying to think if any fun stories behind the scenes happened. Oh, here's a fun behind the scenes story for you guys. I almost shit my pants during the pay-per-view. There's a fun story for you. If I could be like Jon Thompson, you know what, Ozzy? I almost pooped my pants. You know. Oh, hang on. I didn't do it right. You know what, Ozzy? I did. I had a bit of dinner 15 minutes beforehand, and I took 1 or 2 bites, and a couple of the toilets were broken, and my guts were churning throughout the whole pay-per-view. It's 40 degrees outside. I'm in a suit. Things have gone wrong, and I think that might have stuffed me up when I buggered up at the start of the pay-per-view. I stuffed up at the start.
Man.
See, Nathan, say hi to your wife for me. Hey, and I'm glad she was happy that I defended Steve Irwin at the press conference.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that. I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw a little clip of it.
Yeah, we'll get in there. It was Rob and I having a bit of fun. What else have we got? Good evening, everyone, from Richard Genix.
Richard, what's up, buddy?
I think, yeah. And Auden is an arm wrestler. The guy can go. Hey, Flatballs. What's happening, my man? Doing well. Sol Arun in the chat. What up?
Sol.
What up, buddy? I hope you're doing well. Yes, everyone, please listen to Richard. Smash that like button. Just Mark, they wanted to team up with the Diva Classic. They wanted to team up with the Diva Classic, and that's where they were. I thought I had some bubble gut. That was me. Yeah, almost shit my pants. So that was the first match. Second match on the card, I thought was a banger. There's a bit of bad blood between these two, Morozov and Jablonski.
Right? Oh, yeah.
First of all, I don't know what it looked like on the TV, but in person, Morozov almost looked like Uncle John. He was huge.
Morozov, that was the most impressive thing at the whole pay-per-view. The absolute state of his arms. The absolute disgust with which the human race must look upon him, and he looks back on them as if he were a god, because he is one, ladies and gentlemen. Morozov, you were there. To my eye, that looked like Saplinkov size, like not overall body, huge. The bicep,
yeah,
terrifying.
Yeah, wow. There's Peking, and then there's Morozov. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But this was a part of the pay-per-view that was good, I thought. You know, Camille gave everything into it. He got Morozov rattled a bit when Jablonski got a win on Fairs. You saw, doing the silly clapping and things like that. Morozov got rattled a bit. But then just seeing the presence of Morozov, I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, I thought that was maybe the most fun I had during the event, was watching those two guys go back and forth. Because I really like Camille. I think a lot of people have been giving him grief as the one-trick pony, right? And I think there's some logic to that. I have the same problem in a lot of ways, but that one trick is so good that I thought it could work this round, could work the next round, and it did in some cases, right?
And I challenge anyone, even at an amateur level, if you are pulling someone and a hook, you win every time, or a top roll, you win every time. Why on earth would you change it? Why does Michael Todd change from a King's move? Why does Jablonski or Jerry Caderet change from a press? Why?
Yeah.
It's taking them to the top. But that's just me. That's just me. I thought this match was good. The ugly part of the pay-per-view was Kadech's injury. You can't help injuries. But the good thing was Camille jumped in there. I don't think Devon was ever going to have the match. I know Devon wanted the match, but like contracts and money and business and things like that got in the way. No one else wanted to pull Morozov. Yeah. So you almost didn't get Morozov on the card. And it was probably too late to fly someone over to pull one of the top 10 arm wrestlers in the world. So sometimes I think we should just give Camille a little bit. And he does the trash talk, or he at least talks. He's like, nah, I think Morozov's overrated, which is great.
Yeah.
He puts it all out there.
He tells you exactly what's on his mind. Like, he just is like, no, I don't think you're actually that good. I think you're only 72.7% as good as you think you are.
Yep. So, yes, I'm lucky I didn't shit the world.
So what is the landscape for that 3 hours?
What do you mean?
Like when you looked out the window, what was the landscape like? Was it desert everywhere?
A bit of desert, dirt, mountains.
Yeah.
And then when you drive through these small towns and, they just most of the shops just kind of look like markets. Like big factories and people just sitting at the front selling rugs.
Right.
It was almost everything you would probably imagine was on the bus ride. Nitin he's not a fan. He thinks it's boring and over the top.
Mm-hmm.
You come here and you enjoy, you get your, what's it called? What am I trying to say? You can have your opinions on this show. Absolutely.
Sure.
The size of his gyno was impressive. Morozov is John's cousin.
Yeah.
What's John getting? His wife, boyfriend coming over?
Look, I'm always ready, Jared. I'm always ready.
Steve West, Arm Wrestling Channel. How you going, Steve West? Whereabouts are you from, buddy? Do you know Steve West?
Not off the top of my head, but perhaps.
Just saying good day. Says Morozov was insane. Hey, gents. I like when people say good day. I like to say hi to everyone at least once. I like all of this. What else? Just quickly scroll down. Man, comments are flying. All right, so we'll roll on to match number 3. So, just quickly, look, this was a match. Orton was just too good. He was just too good. And Korean Hulk is strong. Do you know he's like 5'4" and 135 kilos?
Wow.
So, what's that in pounds? Kilo?
100 and what?
35.
So, like 300 pounds, basically?
Yeah, 297.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought it was impressive from Orton. I mean, his lead was too big. It just showed that he is an arm wrestler because he used every single advantage against Korean Hulk. So, and I'm going to. I've invested from Orton at the start. I had we had his first and second ever podcast interview.
Yep.
I know I called him the next biggest star.
I think he will be as long as he sticks to it. I think he absolutely will be. And I'll tell you this: if I was just Auden's manager, I'd be doing the same stuff. But they're doing. Be very, very careful with each and every match. Make sure that it means something while allowing you the highest percentage possible of likelihood that you will be able to win that match. While also, not being so ridiculous as to pick on amateurs or something like that. The Korean Hulk guy, he's been around forever. In the eye of the non-arm wrestler, he's amazing. Amazing, because what have they seen of him? They've seen how big he is, and they've seen him arm wrestle Larry Wheels. And Larry So he must be strong. So you have to think about the marketing strategy outside of the arm wrestling world, really, because who Auden arm wrestles has nothing to do with how good the person is at arm wrestling.
And you see Korean Hulk's walkout, he was great.
Yeah.
He was a character. Oh, I could have watched him all day. And I did find it funny, Auden coming out to Gangnam Style.
That was good. That was
really good.
Well played.
So we'll go on to one more match and then we might do a bit of caption game. So this one here.
I have to just give me a moment before we talk about this. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm a huge Rob Vision Jr. fan. Just didn't come. You know, he had that match with Alan Ford, and we know Rob can arm wrestle because he just beat Alan Ford like 4 weeks ago or whenever it was. Excuse my time frame. And he took the match last minute, but Nugo just out-muscled him, outworked him, and yeah, thought it was good. It was, disappointing if you're a Rob Vision Jr. fan like myself. If you're a Georgian fan and just showing how strong they are, this was the equivalent of like a UFC knockout.
Yeah, but okay. Probably going to make Rob mad. Rob wasn't there. What was that? Rob didn't show up. He didn't do anything. He didn't fight. He didn't utilize any fouls or anything to try to sustain the wave of the pressure from Nugo. I understand if you're just outgunned. I get that. Been there a million times. But for God's sakes, just don't go down silently with the ship. I was so disappointed. Like, seeing a true Rob Vision Jr. like hype up, amazing. Great TV. But it seems like I don't know if that exists anymore.
Well, it does. You know, we saw it when he pulled Brandon Allen. We saw it when he pulled Alan Ford. You know, Rob, I was hoping, you know, a very fired up Rob, and he just got out arm wrestled. Like Nugo had the much smaller hand, and he just out manipulated him, just outpowered him. Yeah, it was a shame, this one.
One of Rob Vision Jr.'s greatest assets is his intimidation factor, right? When Rob is yelling at you in your face, like, it's fairly intimidating situation, but he didn't even come close. It was like he was sleeping the whole time.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
Yeah, I was like, this match, you know, I kept saying in the commentary, like, 2 pit bulls fighting over the last bit of meat, and instead, I think I mentioned like a chihuahua or something.
Yeah. Well, look, I don't know, like, to each his own. I don't care anymore. But if I get an invite to one of these bigger events, it doesn't matter if I'm outclassed on the table or not. Like, I'm going to try to do everything I can to still be impressive, still be entertaining while that's happening. Because why the hell would the promoter, if you lose and you were boring, why would anyone ever invite you back? Why? You're worthless. You don't draw if that's what your matches are like. And drawing, and what do I mean by drawing, is getting people to come to put their money down to gain interest. If you're not doing that, then you're not doing any good for the promotion.
You know, because Rob's a good talker. Missed the boat with the Steve Irwin analogy. We had a bit of fun with that. Gave him the what for at the press conference. Had a bit of fun. But yeah, just wasn't his day. Didn't turn up. I'll be invested in the next Rob Vision Jr. match. I am. Because I know what he can do, and I still believe in that. I just need a bit more fired up for me.
Nah, I'm over it.
All right, well, I reckon, because this is a nice little segue for the caption game. What do you think? Bit of caption game.
Love it.
Well, we've got to play the song. Oh, and there it is. An updated leaderboard for once. As Jason Merlot is in the chat. How you going, Jason?
What's up, Jason?
What is happening, mate? Anthony Bartolotta. They're all coming in. 110 people in the chat. Hit the like button. This is great. We're talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of King of the Table 12. But we also play a bit of caption game. Bit of play a caption game. And here are our leaders and everything at the moment. So I'm expecting good things here in the caption game. And, of course, we've got our 4-pointers and 3-pointers. And then Uncle John's favourite page because he wants you all to die. He hates you all.
Yep.
I know Captain Obvious is up and about. Those are rookie numbers. Let's raise those numbers. Let's get up and about. Well, here we go. At the peak of the moment when I was giving it to RVJ. So at the press conference, I'm like, while they're doing the translating, don't you dare disparage the good goddamn name of Steve Irwin. He's a national treasure.
See, Rob has to learn how to respect a little bit. You know, I mean, I'm all for nationalism in the USA. Sign me up. Give me a gun. Tell me where to point it. However, sometimes other countries do good stuff, and we should always be cool with it because that means later on down the road we can steal it and pretend it's ours.
And yeah, it was. Poor Rob. He copped it. I was giving it to him. All right, let's go into it here. We go. He's in the bag. I don't know. Maybe that's something else. He's challenging Scoops McKenzie. I think Scoops McKenzie needs to come back. I think he'd have a lot of fun reporting some arm wrestling news at the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe Scoops would come back. Aussie tell him to blow in the breathalyzer before he pulls. Oh, yes. No, it's all right. My penny's here. All right. No, that one's close arm in here. Because Rob disrespected Vegemite. That's making the list.
Another tradition.
Disrespect the veg. He's yelling. He's just telling him that I almost shit my pants. You stung his heart by correcting him. RVJ said the kangaroo stem cells count as natty.
Hey, natty.
I know. I need to get it in there.
You know, if you like were there with Rob and you were like, Rob, I just shit my pants. His immediate response would be, wasn't as big as mine.
And then he does it on cue.
On cue, enormous.
That beats me.
Rolling out.
What else have we got? How dare you say Bowen can't take on Levan? How dare you? School lady boy, I will rip through anyone. We don't drink Fosters. But we're known for Fosters. It's cat piss.
Cat piss, you say?
I'd probably rather grab a cat and drink the piss.
Wow.
Probably.
Cat in Australia?
Do we have cats in Australia?
You eat cats in Australia?
No.
No? Okay.
Fuck would we eat cats for?
Well, I don't know. You know, tasty, I heard.
You idiot. K-Mac in the house. Ready, bang, guys. Jake, you're a beast. Awesome job hosting the event after the hell that came before. That's what I do. I'm actually K-Mac, little behind the scenes. I'm very proud of my performance at the press conference because Thursday Australian time from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. I hosted a wedding. It's the MC at a wedding, hanging and banging, slinging and slanging at a wedding. Then I drove from like 11:30 p.m. I drove an hour and a half to go back home. I got dressed, got my bags, and my father-in-law picked me up at like 1 a.m, drove to the airport where I couldn't sleep on the plane. Fly 14 hours. They lose my bag. It got handed into the luggage area because they put it on the wrong carousel for some reason. I grab my bags, get picked up, drive 40 minutes to the hotel to then walk in, and they're all waiting for me to do the press conference. So I run upstairs, have a shower, get changed, boom, come back down, microphone, and we're away.
Whoa.
I thought I did a pretty good job.
That, look, that is how it rolls sometimes, you know, and you got to be ready. And that's why all these people who think it's so easy, they should try it. You should try it one time when you're like, hey guys, we're gonna run through all this beforehand, right? So we're gonna have a little bit of, everybody will know what's going on, right? And they're like, oh no, we're gonna do this right now in 2 minutes. Are you ready?
There you go. 40 degrees. I'm sweating my balls off. Yeah. I like this one though. RVJ tried to drink out of the third place trophy. Don't you dare.
Mm-mm.
I like that one, Joe.
Stronger when you drink it from that cup.
It does. Drink out of third place. I have bigger calves than you, Rob.
It's probably true.
Just pointing him in the chest. Rob,
yeah.
I have bigger calves.
Hey, look at these calves, man.
Hey man, look at these calves, man. Check them out. Look at my calves, man. What else have we got? Rob, don't drink the hand sanitizer. RVJ didn't know who Gilbert was.
Give the man the points. Give the man the points. That was good. That was good, John.
Oh, it's funny because it's true. Oh, God. I don't what adds just that little bit more funny to me. So when we're there, the mics are only going to the camera. So like if you're standing next to me, you can hear me. Or if you're watching the press conference. But like everyone else that was in the room with us couldn't really hear me until I started having to go at Rob. What was it? Because the mics weren't working. All right, we need more. We need one more. Let's go through them, then we'll get back to the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if I can remember any stories. Flat balls. If I put that up, my wife would be really angry. 3 baby seals walk into a club. Only because I like your flat balls that I didn't really. Rob going into detail. The last time he went down under. Thanks heaps, K-Mac. I appreciate it, mate. I appreciate it. RVJ tries to sell Aussie another GD donut.
Look, if anybody knows what dicks and bricks are, it's RVJ. The man's been in construction for a long time. Certainly, he knows the tale of dicks and bricks.
You idiot. Keithy, I reckon King of the Table 13, you're getting Lachlan Adair, Andre Shark. You're getting Pauline Krasimir Kostadinov. You're getting Levan Saganishvili, Jerry Cadaret. You're getting Brian Shaw, and Eddie Hall.
Yeah.
Buy that one, buddy. I won't be there. I won't be at King of the Table 13, but I'll be at a teddy bear picnic about 1 hour after the event for Jovi's first birthday.
Oh, nice.
That's a war face. Now show me your war face. What else have we got? Rob, you're the fastest of arm wrestling right now. Oh, wow.
Slap right on the sack.
What else have we got? What else have we got? You're yelling at him because he's never heard the metal say shitting logs and cranking hogs. Oh.
I mean,
all right, John, you've got to pick out of these two. That one, Rob, stop shopping at Target. They're both good.
Go back to the one before. Yeah.
What do you mean you've never heard the metal say cranking hogs and shitting logs?
Yeah, I think cranking hogs and shitting logs is the one.
It won't fit in the thing, but we'll work it out.
As she said.
All right, Ray. You said that a few times during the
mileage out of that old bag of chips.
Cranking hogs, shit logs. I'll put that in there. Jody Williams is in the chat, says RVJ was in kayfabe all weekend. Jason, I've yelled at people. It's ready bang, not ready boom. Alrighty. What else have we got? Any more? It's Club 7 is better than the Backstreet Boys, Rob. I've wrestled way bigger crocs. Snorks, not better than Smurfs.
Ooh, dangerous.
Alrighty. Steve, there's only 1 minute work song. There's only 1 minute work song, and that's Down Under. All right, let's get a poll going. We've got 4, and I've already have a poll started. 44% of you, 160 votes, say that Morozov and Camille was match of the night.
Yeah, say that's probably what I would go with as well.
All righty. We haven't had a vote on a caption game for a while. Don't forget, those in the chat, Thursday, 5 p.m., Devon Larratt will be on the show.
The D-Sizzle.
He'll be on there. Disrespecting. And if anyone comes up with anything good, I might even give you a bonus point. I'm in a good mood today.
Then I may take it away.
Yeah. John's in a bad mood. Out of third place trophy. Then we had Jar. Cause mics weren't working. And David says cranking hogs
and shitting logs, baby.
Oh, damn it. Okay, the poll is up. Hit the like button when you're in there, and we'll get on with the rest of the card. Keithy, I'll be doing, well, hopefully John joins me, but he might be at Washington State. So I'll definitely be doing the live commentary. The only problem is they can't go for too long because it starts at 3 a.m. here in Australia, and I need to be done by 8 a.m. because I have my daughter's first birthday. So I might do it and actually miss the main event.
I don't think I'm going to do commentaries anymore.
There you go.
Because what? I'm pretty sure Ryan Bowen fell asleep during King of the Table on his live stream.
He did.
Like, I don't know. I just need something. I need something else. And I think that something else for me is arm wrestling. And watching arm wrestling is no longer a substitute for arm wrestling for me.
Fair enough. So I'll try and convince him otherwise, Keithy. But I think you will be at Washington State that weekend anyway. So you won't be for that King of the Table. It's a no. Lucha, mate. I invented it. I will die with it. Don't worry about that. Bowen did fall asleep. It was awesome. Yeah, he told us. Yeah, he told us afterwards. But yeah, just remember, guys, Engen does the matchmaking as well. Not so much the Devon and Autumn one. They really help and pick and choose and things like that. But the rest of the card.
Mm-hmm.
And True Words. Yeah. Apparently so. Apparently, Bowen like lie down whenever they were doing setups, which for someone like Ryan Bowen to be bored with it,
right?
You know what I mean? It's what it says about the sport at the moment. Uncle John is the Miley Cyrus of arm wrestling, ever reinventing himself.
Well, Carolyn, when you travel down one road, there's nobody saying you can't take the detour, go up I-95, rob a few banks, and have a good old time. I think that's what we're doing right now.
Because you got to do it. You've got to
get it.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just all boring and the same.
I can't wait until, let's say, this time 2025, and then we see a little something called Uncle John versus the number 1 242 left-hander in North America. His name is Marcio Barboza. Oh, I'm getting Marcio. I'm on my way, buddy. I know. Everybody's like, good job, delusional like Ryan Bowen. You're damn right I'm delusional. And I'm going to be deluded right up until the moment I get 4 pins in a row, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe it'll be 3, maybe it'll be 4. I don't know. But Marcio, time is now. It's running short, my friend.
It's just give me 2 seconds. It'll basically it'll be like this. It'll be like, left-hand matchup coming up here, and I'm Brazilian steel and sex appeal. That's what Ozzy calls me. He's like, damn, I'm the Mastodon. Rah. 1-0. 1-0. Comes in there. Round number. Got to swap sides. Round two. Pin. 2-0. Oh, you know what, John? You're too good. I bow down. Game over.
Just like that. What it looks like. I'm telling you, I am not as far away as many may believe.
Tall Paul, I'm with you. So what you need to do is go to the high five and bombard them. With
I'd love to commentate.
Like I've enjoyed everyone I've commentated with. Don't get me wrong. But when you commentate with your best friend, it's better. It's no disrespect to anyone else out there. But if I'm in the booth with Uncle John, we just love it. Yeah. We just have a lot of fun and we just go. And tell them about that match as well. Get in there. Comment on their Instagram.
Now I did say late next year, I think I'd have to prove myself through at least 1 or 2 other people, perhaps. But
who else is on the list?
Well, we got above me right now is Ron Bath, Robbie Toppy, Jonathan Brita, and Marcio. So all bad dudes, but I know Ron is probably under some agreement with East versus West.
Nope, he's pulling at knuckles up against Mario Tambakis, and he just pulled at the Canadian event. So what we need to do is get you to knuckles up January 25th, and you can be the secret match left arm with Ron Barth.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Everyone needs to watch this show. This is what we do. We keep changing the game.
Telling you.
Oh, okay. Let me just see what else is saying in the chat. Behold, the metal hath returned. Here for the hanging and banging, slinging and slinging. Wrist flexion, massive erection. Ready headband.
Oh my God.
Can someone, I will pay someone, please, to go through, what do you reckon it's been, John, the last 12 months?
Oh,
and
man.
Screen record every metal super chat and send it to me, and I will release a Metalism video on Facebook if someone can do that for me.
It'd be great. It'd be a great coffee table book as well. It's good stuff, man. Like he never disappoints. He never disappoints.
Saul reckons you're overestimating yourself, bud.
Yeah, Saul. That's what everybody told me when I was going against Paul Passmore. That's what everybody told me when I was going against Jordan Sill. That's what everybody told me when I was going against Jeff Dave. Got a lot of people telling me a lot of things, but I'm the only one with the right answer, Saul.
Dun, dun, dun. Have you ever pulled pork chop?
Yeah. I beat him in January. In a tournament.
There you go. There you go. We all love the medal, and we all love Uncle John. It's the Mastodon, guys. The Mastodon. Try and get... It's the Mastodon. The Uncle John's gone. Uncle John's gone. It's the Mastodon, Jon Thompson. We're changing the Mastodon. Now...
You see that?
What happened there?
I have magic powers.
There's filters on this shit?
You do it. You do, see if it works for you.
No.
You don't have the power, man. You don't got the
You're
power.
doing something. What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just doing this. And then it comes
What?
out. Well, I bet it does something for thumbs up, too. Yep. Look at that. Well, you're living in Australia, so the AI probably doesn't recognize you as human.
Now we're going to sit here for like 2 hours pulling faces at the camera to see what else works.
Yeah, right?
I thought Captain Obvious was like, oh, Uncle John's, shooting from the hip. But no, you were just doing that. Bloody hell. Okay, what else have we got? Scrolling down. Right. So here's a bit of the ugly. The stream went down.
Yeah, I thought it was under attack.
Shut up, Painless.
I'm not that old. I know cool stuff about new things.
You shut up. I'm just right scrolling down. Right, let's get into it. Yeah. So the screen stuffed up. It didn't look like it on our end. We were just getting messages.
Oh, so you didn't even aware of it.
Yeah, and then people were sending us like little videos, and Ray was the first one to get them and started running in. So where we were commentating, we had all the production booth right there in front of us, and it was all looking squeaky clean. So then Paul, the production manager, was like messaging the streaming service and whatnot, and at head office, and it just went weird.
It's a bummer. And do you think do with the last?
See you, buddy. Hang on. Nah, can't make it happen.
One hand?
No.
No, it's got to be two. You're just not strong enough.
Nah, I'm not. Don't do the licking ice cream one, says Arminian arm wrestler. Yeah, it sucked. It sucked. Look, it's good that we're able to communicate with each other. It's good that we're able to stop, the pay-per-view and go, hey, everyone, we're just having technical difficulty and things like that. In some countries, it didn't freeze.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Interesting. Well,
it was very, very frustrating.
Yeah, it froze on mine. And then I ended up getting distracted and missed the last few matches, but I went back and watched them afterwards. Yeah, unfortunate. What can you do?
Yeah, so we had, and it's good because, obviously we didn't read them all, but we got hundreds of messages saying stream's not working. And I'm glad that we get hundreds of them. And I always recommend you do it. Because if one person says it to me and no one else does, well, that's just on your end. But if 100 people are sending them and we didn't read through them all, but you can see that they say stop, stream's not working, stop, stream's not working. So then Ray logged on to his pay-per-view because he bought it. And he was like, yeah, it's choppy and things like that. So we stopped it after they slipped for the first time. And then, we went in for there. So we'll talk about the match in the moment. But proving astrology, the Rockstar's been a member for almost 2.5 years. What a ledge.
Mm-hmm.
What a ledge. What should be next for Leonidas, do you guys think? Well, he got confident. He got real confident. Pulling, beating Schoolboy, beating Larry, competing with John. So then Leonidas thought, right, I'm going to shoot for the stars. And he really thought he could beat Devon.
Yeah.
He really thought. Who do I want, Leonidas? Me personally, to pull next?
Leonidas. You don't got
it there.
You don't got it, buddy. I'm telling you.
Yeah. John or Lachlan.
Yeah.
So Girth Brooks.
Still love it. I still love that one.
I like that one. It's good by you, Drew. That's what I would have. But this match, Kalinachenko wants to crack that top 10. For me, so the ugly was the stream stopped.
Yeah.
The good, Georgi Svetkov back on the table after almost losing his leg. So I was real happy for that. And he's one of the cool dudes in arm wrestling. How cool is Georgi Svetkov?
Amazing, dude.
So, his top roll was too big. He was too strong. Kalinachenko tried, but just kept losing your hand. And you know what it's like, John. When you're relying on your bicep with a loss of a hand, that's when you get hurt. So
work.
Yeah. So it was a shame that had happened. And then it just kind of sucked a bit of the air out of the room.
I agree. Yeah.
When this had happened, because you're kind of clinging on. Not too many people were happy with the card in the first place. Once again, one person books both the show. So it's I was doing my bit, try and make everyone have fun, but
you can only do so much.
Yeah. But I would love these two back on a card, not against each other, but Kalinachenko gets it. And I'm pretty happy for a reason. I interviewed Kalinachenko before he became big.
Yes.
I had him on the show because I found out he was the guy with the gorilla mask on it at one of the East versus West after pools.
I remember that.
And then a friend of mine, Vasil, was like, oh, you got to, interview this guy. He he's going to be the next big thing. And I was like, yeah, all right, I'll interview anyone. Need more Europeans on the show. And we've had a great relationship. And he loved me and signed some trading cards. And he's a part of Series 2. So
beautiful.
Can't hate the guy. Can you be too jacked, John? Quick question.
You know what? I'll tell you a little story where young man is growing up, wants to be nothing more than big and tall and strong. But he looked at his grandma, his grandpa, his mom, his dad, his uncles, and nobody was big. Nobody, not a single one. And they all said, runs in the family. You're just bound to be small. Don't set your heights too high because you're not going to crack 6 feet. And from that day forward, that young man said this. He said, Mom, Dad, to hell with height. I'm going to get as wide as possible. And that young man grew up to be me, Jon the Mastodon Thompson. And I will never, ever stop getting wider and bigger. Only one way from here.
I think it's one of the things I sometimes enjoy. Hey, John, how are you? Well, look here, Ozzy. In the depths of 1984, a young boy was born and he cut his own umbilical cord and used it as a warm-up band. It's like, John, mate, just say good. Just say good. Just say good.
I can't help it. I'm an artist. Artist.
It is brilliant. It is brilliant. Right, next match on the card as we go through it all. And we'll how many votes have we got on the get voting. Get voting on the caption game, and then we'll get in there. So the Master Jon.
Master Jon.
So Joe said it. Where did you put it, Joe? There it is.
Hey, like I'll run with it. For sure. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it'll be like that I'll be the Mastodon, but the real ones, no, it's really Master Jon.
The real ones know it's Jonatello.
real ones.
Those are the real ones. The Megamaniacs know it's Jonatello.
Oh my God.
There you go. I have a challenge for you, John. All right, I'll tell you what, I'll put myself in it. Next time we catch up, we have to master that dance.
I'm into it. I'll start practicing tonight.
And we'll film it.
I love it.
This is what I love about the chat. Lucha, Mastodon, Mastos, Crest, Odin. Dude, refers to the unusual cast teeth of an animal.
Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Jon Titty Tooth Thompson.
They just call me the Suckler.
Oh, here we go. I don't think we're talking about the rest of King of the Table now. I think we're trying to give you the worst nickname possible. Corey West versus Camille Jablonski. It was always going to be tough for Corey West to take on the best flop presser on the left arm.
Yeah. Tough one. Like it was pretty dominant in the day.
What's worse, John? Losing 4-1, not getting a win and king of the table yet. Corey's a nice dude. Love me some Corey West. Or losing after you just proposed to your girlfriend.
Ooh, that happened? I didn't know that.
Yeah, congratulations, Corey West and his beautiful fiance. They are very, very nice people.
Yeah.
But that's got to doubly hurt.
Well, you go into these things and you do what you can. I think Corey has been around long enough and he's had enough big matches where it's like, well, what's next?
Yeah. The only thing I did like about this match was Corey was 3-0 down, but didn't give up.
Yeah, he was still banging, right?
And then in the fourth round got that quick flash, and I was like, beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Added something to it. Maybe other people could learn from that.
Joe Nelson's just cracking it. He's meant to catch the flip on ref forearm and a hook. Joe, the coach, Nelson. I hope, Joe, every time we video call, mate, you need to have a whistle hanging around your neck.
Oh, could you imagine? Could you?
That's something Devon would do. He'd be like, you should have married me, babe. You should have married. Oh, no, actually, no. John's pretty respectful with Jody. I don't think he'd make jokes like that, but yeah.
If oh, man, that'd be so good.
Jon Thompson. Jon Thompson. JB, the war villain. What's going on, war villain? Yeah. And then, of course, the main event. The main event. Hey, Johnny Cooper, the main event. Well, we hardly commentated. We were just like, Devon's doing it. I think, I don't know. I don't know what I liked better. Devon trash talking in German fluently, or giving it to Leonidas's cornerman, my friend Kevin Wolf from Germany, and he's like, Kevin, look at me, Kevin. I knew I was going to talk to you. I told you I was going to look to you during the match. Look at me, Kevin. His German was good.
I mean, anytime you tune into a Devon Larratt match, you're going to get something. It may be something you don't like, but a lot of other people do like it, one way or the other. And people got to start realizing that it doesn't matter what you want. What matters is what sells. Period. End of the story. Whether you like it or not. That is
period.
It. And
full stop. End of the story. No returns. Stop talking.
End of time. You better go back because you can't go forward. At the end of the day, Devon Larratt sells tickets. Period. That's what he does. That's what he's good at.
He's bigger than the sport.
He is. He's on top of it, man. He doesn't even have to be on top of it physically to be on top of it also physically. So, a lot of power goes there. I think there's a lot of people who think they have power in this sport, but they're mistaking their power for Devon's.
Drinking their own bathwater. Get the fuck out of here.
So, match went literally exactly how I imagined it.
Samesies.
Leonidas, great specimen. What a specimen of a human.
Ridiculous up front.
Yeah, but it just exposes the fact that, there are some pretty big gaps. And, from what I saw, and I only watched it once, didn't go back, but Leonidas, he seemed to just do the same thing harder. Right? Like that, like he wasn't massively changing up his game from what I remember. So,
and that's just a learning curve from him. He was pretty dejected after the match. It wasn't like, hey, we just got a payday. I'm sponsoring the event. You're Devon. He was pretty dejected, man, after the event. He felt like he didn't belong on the big stage. He was really, Like, he built up and thought, right, this is going from YouTuber to arm wrestler. You know what I mean? Like, he really thought he was going to nail this one. So,
well, those are the painful lessons that arm wrestling will teach you.
What's going on, Cody?
Spur.
I love Cody. Spur. It's cold in here. There must be some Codys in the atmosphere. I said spur. It's cold in here. Oh, Cody Barrett has left the chat. Love you, Cody. Hope you're doing well, mate. You were at the Magda event, weren't you? Were you at the Magda event?
Cody?
Was Cody there?
I think, well, who did he pull last? Didn't he pull somebody at the...
Cody, let us know.
He just pulled somebody, but I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, that would have been wicked if he had done that. What else have we got?
Pavlo.
No, Andy, that was hilarious. You're an idiot.
See? Spur's smart man. He's a smart man.
I've just looked at my phone. Cody Spur Merritt has blocked you. Super chat here from Proving Australia. Oh, Pavlo. Yes. Sorry, mate. Pavlo.
Pavlo.
Yes. Okay. Ozzy, what was the perceived weakness Kevin and Leonidas hope to exploit? I'm not sure. I didn't. If I were guessing Proving, because I didn't ask that question, I just would have thought the strength factor.
Mm-hmm.
You look at all the gym lifts and everything like that. I would have thought Leonidas thought he could just overpower him in some lane. If I were, and I'm only guessing Proving. I didn't ask anything about it.
Yeah, I think they may just have what I call the it's probably not going to be the best way to put it, but the amateur's eye, right? So you think, imagining that your power, you're looking at your strength, you're looking at your grip. His grip was like twice as much as Devon's on the grip machine, right? So you're thinking in your head, man, I'm so much stronger than him, absolutely everywhere. But when you do your lifts, you start fair, you start easy, you pick when you start, and then you lift that weight. Guess what? That ain't happening in the match. That ain't happening versus Devon Larratt. Devon Larratt had Leonidas beat. The moment they touched hands on the table, it was over. And anybody who's a longtime arm wrestler could see it because Devon was dominating him in the setup. He was doing what he wanted, period. Game over.
And I enjoyed it, the press conference. Orton Larratt with the gripper.
Oh, yeah.
Because the first time he did, I was spewing, I missed it, because the first time he did it, I was like, oh, bloody hell, I haven't said it properly. And then he goes again and does it, and I was like, and as he grabbed it again, I was like, no, he's purposely doing it light.
Nah.
Because he got like 8 kilos, and everyone like reading the internet up was like, why is Orton even in the match? 8 kilos. Like, come on, guys. Come on.
Oh, what a bunch of marks, I tell you.
Yeah. He's trolling. The Metal wants to know, John, what do you think of pulling Nick Stone at Knuckles Up?
No, I don't
want to. Nick Stone.
Nick Stone's too big. He's too big.
He is a big boy.
242 for me.
Yeah. I'm going to get wider and bigger, so long as I stay at 242 pounds. But I'm gonna get wider. I had a weight cap. Get off.
Look.
Bloody hell.
This guy. Jesus.
All right. Okay, so they're the matches. John, let's go from 1 point each. What was the good for you at King of the Table?
I like the energy of Camille and Morozov. I think that those two guys are like two Eastern Europeans who when two Eastern Europeans arm wrestle, it's not very often that I'm like, ooh, here we go, a little bit of heat. I don't say that very often with Eastern Europeans. These guys are really starting to get it. They're really starting, just the little things, the little clap, the little, the taunt here and there. That goes a long way, especially when it's got guys that are really, things could have gone either way in that one. I think if Camille was a little bit more prepped towards the Morozov side of things.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you there. That and a healthy Georgi Svetkov back on the table were my good things. What was the bad, John?
Well, the bad was probably the dropout, the internet dropout, or the stream dropout. I would say that was the bad for me.
Yeah, I didn't like the tournament going over time to really set up the pre-show and the production, which then ended up to your bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I hate it when matches end in sweeps.
Yeah, 3-0s, 1-4-1, was it?
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it. So, it's hard to argue when you look back in hindsight, and they're all like that. But again, like you said, there's only one guy booking both shows. And when he books one show that had
and talked about his own event in the lead up to the week.
Yeah. And he's booking a bunch of 3-2 matches. And then lo and behold, the other guy gets the 3-0 matches. It's a little suspicious to me. But hey, who am I? Have I ever been right about anything? And
never.
Never.
I like Evan's comment here. Camille damn near saved the show.
Yeah.
Having two good matches and stepping in to pull Morozov when we didn't really have anyone.
Yep. I hats off to Camille. Since the day I met that guy, I'm like, you know what? That's a guy that'll go. He didn't care. He's ready.
I was there when he exploded onto the scene against Dave Chafee, and I was like, all righty, I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. And the downright ugly. What was ugly about the pay-per-view?
Other than the 3-0s, I would say that was pretty ugly. I would say
mine are, what do you think about it, John? Mine are two left field type things. So one, it got ugly, and it all started at the rules meeting when it was just, here are the rules. We might, we might change them. What do you guys want? Here are the rules, and we go from there. And then on the night, as a commentator and trying to help the scoreboard, things weren't directed clearly.
Yeah.
So instead of straight away going like big elbow foul here, they would just stop the match, untie them, talk to the athlete and things like that. So when we're trying to update the scoreboard and update everyone watching at home, then we might get a bit of a Yeah. So there was that, and look, the event wasn't the best, and I get it, but I thought the outrage was a bit too much.
Was there a lot of outrage?
Yeah.
Outrage is not justified. Outrage.
Look, calm down. And then there was a lot of call-outs. That's not the ugly part, but there was a lot of call-outs when the event. So Nugo called out Toddzilla, Ryan Bowen called out Devon Larratt, and Chance Shaw called out Leonidas.
Oh, on the right.
So,
hey,
I like that. Get yourself a payday. Try and get yourself a payday.
What you got to do.
Yeah, so there you go. I think it'll happen with Bowen and Orton. I don't think it'll happen soon.
I don't think it's going to happen unless there's a lot of money. A lot of money. I think Auden's great. I don't think Auden is ready for Bowen yet. That's with information that I have from a year ago when we were there, over a year ago now, or was it a year ago? Can't remember. Just over a year ago. It was August. And that's the last time I pulled with Auden. And just judging by that, he's had a big year. There's no denying. But like I'm aware of how good you can get in a year. And I would still be pushing off that Bowen match for another year. Personally, in my management, I'd get a couple more of these star / arm wrestler like Auden maybe could take on Brian Shaw.
No. Why I say no to that is I don't think it like someone's got to lose.
Yeah, and we want both of them to win.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. We want them to keep having these matches. Like I read it all the time. Everyone's like, "Oh, can Brian take on, some Georgian dude?" And it's like, no, because the Georgian dude will smash him, and then Brian won't come back to arm wrestling.
Yeah. It's amazing.
No.
People don't
Stop it.
Like, I don't understand. I can't tell that person anything that doesn't understand that concept. Like,
and a perfect example, John, with that is, can anyone tell me who Auden lost to at Arm Wars?
I mean, I can, but
you were there.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't there for his match.
Oh,
but he was.
So
it was a 4-way battle royal. And I believe
my thing is, if you asked 100 people who would beat Auden at Arm Wars,
they would.
Only 3 people would probably answer it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or you
it's
say
like no one cares. So Auden needs to take on these.
More. Who did Auden beat at Arm Wars? Nobody knows those names either.
So.
Right? Because they didn't have their own thing going on, right? Like, got to have something going on.
And I am ending the poll before we wrap up the show. And David Marr, quoting the metal, gets the 3 points.
Very nice.
Mark, with disrespecting Vegemite, and Jar Corbin can both get 2 points. They tied at 26%. And Joe Nelson gets himself another point. He gets on the board there. So there we go. It's going to be brilliant. Guys, what we'll do there, we will wrap up the good, the bad, and the ugly of King of the Table 12. Oh, excuse me. We'll wrap it up there. Devon Larratt will be on the show Thursday, 5 p.m. That's going to be great. So if you want to have a chat with Devon about everything that went on King of the Table 12 and everything that's going on at King of the Table 13, you better be there. When will that be? Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern. I think it's like 7 a.m. my time. So, yeah. Awesome. It's going to be brilliant, guys. Thank you for joining us. It was a good old-fashioned fun. We had laughs. We voted on the caption game. 100 plus people in the chat, John. We're rocking and rolling. We're back.
I love it. Thanks.
All right, you dead set legends. Here's the Macedon, Jon Thompson. I'm the Aussie arm wrestler. And we'll see you when we're chatting with Devon Larratt.